Guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. We are back today at our slime farm project, and I have done quite a bit of work between episodes. Not a lot of really complicated stuff, just a lot of the grindy stuff. So, this farm, the tutorial says that you should basically surround the entire thing in glass blocks. I talked actually with Nembon MC, who has helped me out with basically every technical thing I've ever done in this world, because I always make a video and then he comments and then he, sends me a message or something. He's like, hey, just so you know, this is things that you didn't know. But he told me that you don't necessarily have to use glass blocks. It's like a 5 to 10% difference in efficiency. But I like being able to see inside the farm and see that it's working. So I decided to use glass blocks anyway because I had a live stream where I gathered all the glass before he sent me a message. So we're just going to stick with glass blocks, and that way you can see inside the farm and kind of see it working. Although, you do need to be at least 24 blocks away for slimes to spawn. So when we stand in the corner, yeah, there's one. When we stand in the corner, the entire farm is not spawnable. It's much faster if I'm like up in Solus, for example. I also went ahead and put in the iron golems as well. And again, I will put a link to Ilmango's tutorial in this video as well, since we're going to be using the same slime farm, but I linked it in the last episode. Although I forgot initially, and someone reminded me, so I appreciate that. But what we still have to do for the slime farm, the farm at this point is done. Like, the actual farm part of it is finished. All I had to do was get the golems in place and get the glass done. But we do need an item collection system and a way to transport those items to an easy collection system, preferably somewhere in Solus, because where they're at right now, I don't want to have to come down here to get the slimes. I'd like to be able to just get them somewhere in Solus without having to ever actually come to the farm. Also, Nembon told me that water, which is above the farm, blocks sky access. So in order for this farm to run at its maximum efficiency of something like 16,000 slimes per hour or something ridiculous like that, in order for that to happen, I would have to completely remove the water above the farm and above the 7 or 8 block perimeter around the slime chunk that we have marked out with slabs here. But he said if I don't remove the water, I'm still going to be getting probably 7,000 to 8,000 slime per hour, and that is plenty. I mean, to put it into perspective, we've made it this far without a slime farm. I rarely do technical stuff, so sticky pistons are not something I need in huge quantities. Slime blocks are not something I need in huge quantities. So I think 7,000 to 8,000 slime per hour will be plenty for my own needs. But if I ever decide that I want more than that, I can remove the water on top, and then it will be good, and it will produce a lot more slime. So, first thing we need to do today is we need to make an item collection system, okay? And we're just going to go with a pretty simple design here. So, we need... What we really need is a couple of hoppers, and I'd like... So, my plan is this. We're going to basically collect the slimes from the minecarts. They're going to output to a chest of some sort. The chest is then going to output to a dropper, which will send the slimes in a water stream until we get to an item elevator that's somewhere way over there, where it will then be taken up to Solus. That way I don't need like 50 million hoppers. That's essentially my plan in a nutshell. So let's grab, we'll use these as our redstone blocks. I think that will be perfectly fine. Do I have comparators? I do. Okay, good. I knew I had repeaters, but okay. So here's the plan, okay? We're gonna put our chest that this outputs to, we're gonna put that, do I wanna put it up here or do I wanna put it up one more level? I think I wanna put it up one more level because it's going to output to a... Yeah. So we need to go up one more, which is fine. So up here on top of this is where our actual chest is going to go, okay? And both of the mine carts are going to output to this Actually, just kidding. It needs to come this way. 1 block. So let's go like so. There we go. So the chest is gonna go right here. There we go. And then we're going to have our hoppers going into this chest like so. Okay? And the track is gonna come up right here. So we'll grab powered rails. Oh, powered rails are over here. There we go. We'll grab our powered rails and we'll run them up like so. Okay? So that will get the minecarts up here. Then what we need to do is put a block here. And we need to tear this out a little bit. That's fine. Might as well grab the redstone while we're here. No reason not to. Oh, and more iron. I'll take free iron as well. I'm always in need of it because I don't have an iron farm in this world. That's a project for another day. I'm not going to build an iron farm right now. Villagers are just... ugh. Anyway, so we'll do something... let's just patch all that up. Okay, so then over here, let's dig out a little bit of a hole. Like so. And we're going to put a block right there. Okay, so this is basically a very kind of standard minecart unloader that should meet our needs. You go here. That's good. Then we need a repeater. Can I get up there? There we go. Need a repeater right there. Set to the shortest delay. And then we need another block here. And a comparator facing that way, I believe. So that should work. And then we can fill in all of this, I believe. Like so, right? So we'll have something like this, and I believe now if I put a minecart hopper... where is my iron? Here we go. Wow, I actually don't have that much iron. I thought I had a little bit more than that. Hopefully we'll have enough. But let's make a hopper and a minecart. Put them together, make the minecart chest thing. We'll put that up here, I guess. Break that. Which means this one needs to go as well. Then the minecart can actually get to where it needs to go. That's going to collect up a bunch of slimes. It'll come back, and it should... oh, it didn't stop. I need this to be... okay. So maybe what needs to... maybe it's because it's on the slope. So let's try getting rid of that and putting a regular rail there instead. See if that slows it down enough. And it does, but then it's not fully underneath the hopper. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so that's not gonna work for us. So I suppose what I could do is scoot the whole thing back a little bit. And that might do the trick. I hate to do that, but I don't really see an alternative. So let's just scoot this whole thing back 1 extra block. And there goes the minecart. That's okay. That's fine. We'll do that. Break you. My inventory is now full. Let's just throw this extra, all that redstone in there. There we go. So let's see. That means that all of this needs to go back because we're going to do the same thing on both sides. So we're going to go basically like just over one, essentially. So the hopper will be here instead, I believe. Because we're essentially just taking the same thing but scooting it back like so, right? And that way there's a flat surface, so like that. And then we do our powered rail here, and we can do something like that, which hopefully will slow it down enough that this will work. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Put that here. And then we need another block there. Put a redstone torch here. A repeater. Nope, that's a comparator. JK. So you go there. And a repeater there. Okay. So that should do the trick. So to test, let's go. Let's put a minecart right here. That was actually totally not what I wanted to do. Come back, minecart. Well, first of all, well, no, because it won't, if it's not a hopper minecart, it won't actually. There we go. Come back, you. So now, try this again. Let's do a hopper minecart. Put a minecart right here. We'll throw the hoppers, we'll throw the slime balls in it and send it along its way, and we'll see if this does the trick. I'm hopeful that it will. It just needs to stop here long enough for the hopper to unload. Okay. We are getting slime balls in there. So once that's empty, it should go shooting off. Good. Okay, so that totally works. All right, let me get that done on the other side. All right, guys, I am back. So I've got two, I have the system in on both sides. It's identical in both cases. We're going to add our minecarts to over here and over here, so those can go and pick up slimes. And those will deposit them into these two chests. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to hook up these two chests to an item stream that flows somewhere, right? We need to make sure that it can end up in packed ice or whatever. So I think what we should do, I am going to need more hoppers than I have right now, that's for sure. And I will also need more chests. Gonna need more chests than that, actually. Let's go like so. Let's make like, I don't know. That's 10 hoppers. That should be enough, I think, for at least one. And what I'm wanting to do here is basically run a hopper. You know what we could do is we could just essentially make like a little thing over here. We're just going to put a couple of redstone, or not redstone, but regular torches down here for light. And we'll run everything into a water stream over here, I think. Like this should be okay. Let's go maybe one more. Tear all that up. There we go. So we're going to run, let's see. Let's think about this for a minute. So the water stream is going to be like down. Actually. Now this presents a little bit of a problem, isn't it? Because I need the dropper. We might have to scoot this over farther. Because the thing is, we want the whole water stream to be on top of packed ice. So let's just start doing this, okay? We'll put a hopper down, right? And we'll say it's going to go into a dropper, not a dropper, a dropper would be fine. It's going to go into a dropper here, I think. That should be okay. Am I going to... No, that's going to mess with stuff. I need to scoot this over a little bit further. Not much, but like one extra block, I think. Right? So our water stream, we'll say, is over here. We put our dropper here. And then we'll go this way with the redstone part of the dropper. Or the redstone part of the stuff, is what I mean to say. So, that'll go here. We need... Or actually, maybe it would be... No, it does need to go there. So let's think. We're going to put a block here. Compare that to a signal there. Is that going to work? I don't think this will. I think I'm going to have to, like, reverse this a little bit. So we'll go dark oak planks there, because that's our whatever signal thing, right? And then we'll go a little bit of redstone dust like so. Comparator comes out of this block. Goes into another block here. Then there's a block here. Right there we put some redstone dust. We'll put a torch back here for lighting, and we could put a torch up here for lighting. And then we need a repeater coming out of here. We'll set it to like a delay of 2, I guess. And then if I toss... Okay, so that is kind of working, but not entirely. And the problem is the hopper needs to run into that. So, how can we get that to emit? Like, this is producing a clock, and if I put a block here, then it will work. The problem is I need the hopper to run into that, right? And I'm pretty sure if I run the hoppers like this, it's going to get... this hopper right here is going to get locked. So let's experiment a little bit. If I put, say, a bunch of hoppers in here. Okay, it does seem to work. Yeah. Okay, so that's actually working. That's working fine. But, the problem is that the ice actually needs to go at this level. So, how can we get this up? I suppose what we could do is, instead of having the dropper there, we could have the dropper go up like so. And then we'd have a water stream that would lead down right here and flow that way, right? So the water, and then the ice could be at this level that we're at right now. So let's grab a little bit of packed ice just so I can kind of show you what I mean, right? We do something like this. I have water buckets, but I don't have any water. That was silly of me. Oh, and then there's this as well, which is going to present an issue, isn't it? Because the water needs to flow basically in a straight line. Well, you know what we could do? We could do it with slabs. We can slab off this to make sure that the redstone is safe. Yeah, we'll be able to make this work. Tell you what, let me do some more work on this, and let's see what we can figure out, and I'll be back with you in just a second. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got it all done. Well, in the center of this column is where we should be getting items once this is all hooked up. This should be the center of our item elevator, which is what we're going to check right now and find out if I did this properly. I'm pretty sure I did. I've done this item elevator a couple different times. I'm not sure who designed it. It certainly wasn't me, but I learned about it from Nembon. Anyway, let's go take a look. I've got the whole thing dug out. I've got everything in place. I think the only thing I need to do is add the water streams and the slabs as well. Probably don't need 2 stacks like this. This should be enough. Let's just go infinite water source right here. Sure, that'll do. Okay, so we're gonna start from this side, right? And the first thing I want to do is put that there and put this here. And what should happen is when this dropper is going to shoot straight out into the water, it should be carried by the water stream then in this direction. This, on the other hand, is bad juju, because then this redstone will get messed up. Does it actually... Let's try something here. If I put a couple of those in, it works. They go flying the wrong direction. But will they have enough momentum? Not always. Okay, so that's an issue. So what could we do here to prevent this from getting beaten up by the water? Because that's a problem. Like, we can't have our redstone running into... Yeah, like this would be bad. So maybe what we could do instead, let's see, there was a block here. Maybe we can, like, redo this redstone a little bit? I'm trying to think how we could go about doing this. Let's see. So that would be powering dust over the... Yeah, man. This is a tricky situation. And actually, that's in the wrong spot. That goes here. And then that guy down there was redstone dust. And that means that not all of this is going to end up in the... This is what I was afraid of when I was talking about water streams. So let's... This needs to flow farther. But I can't put water here. And I can't put water here. And I can't just put a source block here, because that won't work. So we have a little problem. How once we get it past the redstone, like, it's fine, but it's the redstone part that I'm worried about. This is the issue. Because it slides on the packed ice, but it doesn't slide enough. And that's where I'm worried. So maybe what we could do... Oh, man. We're going to lose like half of them because they won't travel far enough, I don't think. What if we do this? We put this here. And I just toss... we'll just toss like 16 iron blocks in. And we'll see how many of them make it. Oh, and then we need one here as well. How many of those... How much of that is actually making it down here? A lot of them aren't. Well, dang it. I may have to redo this. I might have to do it in such a way that I can scoot it over. Well, actually, that's what we could do. Like, this is not ideal. I just broke my redstone. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I hate everything so much. Okay, let me fix it. All right, guys. I am back. And I am almost finished. Almost finished. So, let me finish this up, and then I'll show you what I got here. We need water. There we go. And stuff's getting hung up on this corner, but that's fine because that's only temporary. So that goes there. Good. And then we're going to go... let's just put that in our offhand. And we do one of those. That should get all the slimes flowing down over this way. We got a water stream that basically carries all the way down. We can actually kind of peek up in here. You can see it goes down and kind of jogs around the redstone. I had some difficulty with this, with the redstone specifically, because I wanted the water stream right along here so the droppers could shoot directly into it. But then it ran into some problems because it would break the redstone. So I had to kind of make it do like a little curvy type deal. But I think what we have now should work. So let's test this out. Let's toss some slimes in there. And some slimes into here. Because we did this side double, basically the same thing we did before. It runs over here into this basically dropper system, which then dispenses them all into item streams, and eventually it goes down to an item elevator way down there, which is basically the same as this dropper system, except a little bit different. I also noticed we're losing a few items on top. So, easy solution. We no longer need to be able to see this stuff, so let's just cover it up. Now that we've actually done the work there, it should be okay. We don't actually need to be able to see what's going on up above. And that should keep any items from going where they don't belong. So now, if this is all working the way it should be, take our redstone box with us. If this is all working as intended, when we go up, we should see a bunch of items in an item elevator that I made up at the top. And I think I marked out the right point and all that kind of stuff. So let's see if I did my redstone and my technical stuff properly. I don't know if I did or not, but we're going to find out. Let's see. It should be coming out in an item elevator, like right up here. You can see the stone that I marked it out, which is not what this is permanently going to look like, but we just want to see if there's a bunch of... Yeah, look at that. Tons and tons of slime balls. That's exactly what we wanted to see. That's really good. Okay. So let's put all the smooth stone away. Redstone, we can put all of our redstone stuff back into the redstone box. Except I'm in need of a redstone thing. All this stuff can go in here for now. Let's grab a bunch of that redstone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is enough to make blocks, right? It is. Good. I do not, however, have a crafting bench up here. Well, dang it. That's okay. We'll just throw this over here. And let's just see how many slimes we have sitting up here right now. That was like 4.5 stacks of slime. That's about what I threw. So this is working. This is working amazingly well, which I'm super happy about. So now what we need to do is we need to make a proper item collection system, right? Because right now it's just launching into a thing over here. Now we need to pretty this up, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll worry about making it look pretty some other time. For now, I'm just going to throw down a couple of hoppers, which means we actually need to bring this out. One. We'll say double chests there. Hopper. Like so. And then we'll go a little bit of glass. One water bucket. And a little bit of stone. There we go. And if I pop up here, we put glass blocks like so. And this is going to be the ugliest thing ever, but it will function. And that's what I care about right now. I will worry about making this thing look better some other time. That's a project for another day. There we go. So what should happen now is any and all slime balls that come from the farm, should go through our collection system into the water stream, or our minecart collection system into the water stream. Water stream will take them to an item elevator down here, which will then launch them up here, send them into this water stream, and ultimately into these collection chests. That's what we're hoping. That's if everything works the way that I think it did, that's what we're hoping. So, allow us to test this bad boy out. Let's just see if this is working or not. So what we're going to do is swim down to our farm. Swim, swim, swim. And I have feather falling, so we're just going to do one of those because it's faster, and I'm lazy. And then I'm going to... How do I want to do this? Let's do it this way. We'll swing over here. I'm just going to put a slab there, and we're actually going to break into the farm. And I'm going to toss slime balls kind of all over the place, right? We'll toss some in that back corner way back there. We'll toss some like right here, because this is also under the track. And then we'll do the same here, there, way over there, and that's good enough. That's fine. That'll be an adequate amount to test. So I hear droppers over here. I see stuff flying by. I hear droppers over here. Can't really see stuff flying by from this side, but I do hear droppers, so that's good. So now we just head up and make sure that we are actually getting slime balls in our chest. And if all went according to plan, I'm actually pretty confident that we now have a fully functional slime farm that's going to produce quite a lot of slime for us. Enough for my needs, anyway. And then some. Probably enough for our needs, and then an excess left over. And then we need to find a way to, well, not in this episode, but we need to find a way to turn the collection point for this into something that's actually pleasant to look at. It would be cool if we could find some way to like incorporate it in a way that looks cool. Yeah, look at all the slimes pouring through up here. Like you can just see we got slime balls galore just popping up all over the place, which is great. So we're going to get all these slimes into this chest, and then, you know, some will end up in here as well, but that's fine. This is working great. I'm very happy, and I'm excited that it worked. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode. So, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Links in the description below. Make sure you check out Ilmango's slime farm design, which is linked if you haven't already done so. It's the same one I linked last episode. Also, special thanks to Nembon MC for helping me out with some aspects of this slime part. I'll put a link to his channel as well. If you're into technical Minecraft, I highly recommend you check out both Ilmango and Nembon. They're both great. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.